Here with us is Huang, the Associate Professor of Biology from the All-in College of Engineering, who is one of our flipped classroom experts. Hello.
Hello, Hanya.
Could you describe in a few words your experience with the flipped classroom model?
Yes. I have been using, testing, and developing active learning and flipped classroom activities in my classes for many years. These methods include known active learning methods such as think, pair, share, or gallery walk, or jigsaw, and also project-based learning, and also developing new methods to have students engage with material in the classroom. These methods are contextual, so when I develop them, it depends on the learning objectives of the class, of the course, and it depends on the particular composition of the classroom. So there's some testing involved, and with any sort of educational innovation, it's a constant process of communication between educators, between students, and I think as educators, one of the challenges that we have is trying to understand what are the challenges, what are the pedagogical challenges, what can we do to solve these pedagogical challenges, and how can we interact and learn from the students about whether these innovations have been effective. Active learning is a very important method because it enables students to engage with the material in a way that can help them remember the material better and to help them develop motivation for learning. So we know from the work of DC and colleagues in the area of motivation that if students can feel autonomy, competence, and relatedness in the classroom, in their learning, that they can develop greater motivation for learning. And when they have greater motivation, really anything is possible.
And so now you are here in Lodz. But how did the cooperation between you and the academic teacher of the Lodz University of Technology started?
Yes, so I'm very happy to be here at TU Łódź. It's been a wonderful, wonderful experience.
Thank you.
The collaboration started with Professor Diowsk and her teaching team at the Industrial Biotechnology Unit here at TU Łódź. And I've been working with her and the faculty in microbiology and biotechnology to develop and make some changes to the fermentation processes course. We first did a series of online meetings where we discussed the learning objectives for the course and some potential areas where we could make some changes to the course. And then when I arrived at Łódź, we met in person, which was wonderful. And we just began the class 2 weeks ago. So we've had the opportunity to teach in person together, which has been really wonderful.
So this sounds like a very solid foundation of a fruitful cooperation, I think. But I'm sure that there were some challenges also, or maybe even some funny situations that you encountered while cooperating with the academic teacher here in Lodz. Do you recall any stories?
Yes, so we've just had a really wonderful time with this flipped classroom program. So thinking about what sorts of active learning activities may be appropriate for the fermentation processes course. In one of our recent classes, we developed a sort of review for the students in the course where they worked in teams, and we made a little bit of a game. And when the students got the answer correct, they were very happy. They came out of their seats and the students were very happy. And I think something that was interesting is when we saw that the students got the correct answer, the instructors were very happy. So we were also jumping out of our seats. And I think maybe that may have been a little strange for the students. But I think active learning methods, and when you see this sort of motivation and really joy for learning, that makes the classroom more impactful.
That sounds amazing. So how do you see the role of the teacher in the flipped classroom model?
Okay. In flipped classroom model and anywhere where we have active learning, so this can be in project-based learning classes, courses with project-based learning components, the teacher is a guide or a coach. So the teachers work with students to develop some ideas, and they are not only helping students to maybe find some information that the students may be curious about, but helping students to think about the material. But it's a partnership. It's more of a partnership where the students and the instructors are discovering the material, and not all of the information comes from the teacher. So the teacher is a coach.
Okay, so it does sound like a quite innovative approach, actually. And so given your experience, would you say that Lodz University of Technology has the tools to successfully run courses using the flipped classroom model?
Absolutely, absolutely. I find the faculty here are very motivated. They are curious. They care about student learning. There is a spirit of innovation, and this type of motivation and desire to improve student learning outcomes, I think, is really all that is required to make some changes. So one of the things that we can do as educators to continually improve the way that we teach is to talk with other educators and to have lots of communication between instructors communicating with each other, instructors communicating with students, learning about student learning needs. And when we have this type of communication, we can keep our teaching fresh. And this starts with motivation. And so for this reason, I have been very grateful for this flipped classroom program at TU Łódź, for me to have the opportunity to continually keep my teaching fresh. So to learn about the experiences of others, and this can make me a more successful teacher, and I hope it may help the instructors at TU Łódź as well.
Thank you so much. We are also very grateful to have you here in Lodz, and thank you for your insights. It was great talking to you.
Thank you very much for having me, Hania.